Giants Live World Tour Finals took place in Glasgow this weekend. The first time we've seen a big Giants Live, a big strongman contest, really, in many years. You'd have to go back to, I guess, maybe the 90s to have some big events in Scotland. One of the reasons it went to Scotland is because of the Stoltmans. These two boys have put Scottish strongman on the map, so you have to go and put a big event up there. And by all accounts, it was an amazing weekend. We were gutted that we couldn't be there. It's the only Giants Live we're missing this year. We are going to the rest, so if anyone is coming to them, you will be able to see us there. But it looks like it was a very exciting show.
It does.
With a dramatic ending.
It does. It was so funny because we were at fight night, but we were all sort of checking for results on our phones at the same time.
Trying to keep an eye on what was going on. A lot of our friends were competing, so it's always nice to see how they're doing.
An invested interest.
And it started off with I'll go through the athletes very quickly.
Yes.
Anyway, good to see people like Kevin and Gabriel Pena back over in the UK.
And Maxime also, I believe this was his first Giants Live Arena show in the UK.
So good to see Maxime getting the opportunity to come and compete in the Giants Live shows. They kicked things off with the nickel stones and we had a new world record on them.
Yeah, it had only been set the previous week by Andy Black because this is an indoor world record. So they're having two, indoors and outdoors, because I guess conditions matter. Surface that you're walking on.
Indoor is much easier than on soggy, wet grass up in Scotland. Yeah. Kevin Ferris won the nickel stones, and we know how good Kevin's grip is, how good he is at things like farmers, walk and frame carry.
Yeah.
It doesn't surprise me that he won this event.
No,
he's
me neither.
Exceptionally good at moving with weights, and it's good to see him showing everyone what he can do against the big boys, because Kevin is this is relevant to strongman, but in strongman he's small.
Yeah.
He's still a big, strong man.
Yeah, stand him next to Andy Black. He's going to look small. And
he's going to look tiny.
Yeah, came second in this event, didn't he?
Yes, Andy Black was second, and Evan Singleton, another guy with an immense grip and moves really well with weight, was third. I mean, you've got Mark Felix in that lineup. You've got Luke Stoltman, who was the former record holder in the nickel stones. Shows you how good and how high the level was on this event.
I think there's a lot of pressure on Mark to be really good at these types of events because he's so renowned for his grip. But it's a different type of... Because the problem is, it's not just your grip, it's having the core strength to move with the weight also. And it's the fact that these things and these bloody rings are swinging around and bashing your legs and throwing you off, aren't they? I feel like I've done it. I've watched it too many times.
I was going to say, how many times have you done this?
Well, I tried to pick up one of those stones, and I did. I straddled it. I got wind beneath the stone. Do you remember?
Was that the lighter one?
Yes.
The other thing to remember with Mark is Mark has extremely big hands, and these rings are quite small and painful.
Mm-hmm. Same with the Dinny Stone rings, aren't they?
They're exactly the same rings. So Mark, although I would have expected to do a little better, it's a very uncomfortable one for Mark. He's much better at the Hercules hold, which is a thicker, normal-sized handle. Mark's grip when it comes to thick bars is in a world of his own. But there's different types of grip events where he's not quite as good as some of the other guys. And I bore the hell out of people, but it is event dependent. You know, sometimes certain grip events actually suit a smaller hand. Whereas holding on to like a rolling thunder, which is a thick rotating one-handed deadlift, Mark Felix is just unbelievable at. Great start to the competition for Kevin. Moving on from the nickel stones, they had the log lift for repetitions.
That was 150 kilos.
150 kilos, cleaning every rep. And it was the Scottish boys, the Stoltmans, tying for first place.
Tom tying with Luke on a log lift event.
Tom is getting strong.
Getting strong. The world's strongest man is getting strong.
That's the scary thing. He keeps getting stronger.
I know.
But yeah, to tie with his brother on the log is
9 reps.
very good. Then we moved on to the deadlift. And I don't think it'd be any surprise to see guys like Adam Bishop and Gabriel Pena taking the win. 7 reps, axle deadlift.
Yeah.
No flex at all in the bar. Those two both pulling 1,000 pounds fairly recently. And I mean, talking of complete athletes right now, Tom Stoltman, second place on the deadlift.
Yeah.
He's his static strength now. I mean, like, this is silly because he's the world's strongest man. But he was never known as a static monster. He's quite an athlete to start with.
Yeah.
Very good at stones. We know that. Moved well.
Good
But
at
now
loading.
his static strength is right up there. He's got less and less weaknesses every time I see him.
Which brings us nicely into the next event, the car walk, where he placed second. So even though he looks like he should be excellent at them, he wasn't naturally that amazing at frame, car walk, yoke. And not that he didn't have the strength. These were events where he'd often make little mistakes and maybe it wasn't set right, or he'd sort of hit the floor and drag and stuff like that. But he's come on such a long way. He wasn't far behind Evan, who won the event, and Evan is exceptionally
Evan's electric at yokes and farmers and frames.
A lot of people online weren't happy with... I think he was doing like a John Cena, you can't see
Who
me.
Evan was?
Yeah, to Tom after the after the car walk. Oh, Evan.
You gotta love him.
Love him or hate him is apparently the consensus online.
Indeed. But I mean, Evan 12:26. It's a very fast time on the car walk, and Tom came in second at 13:22. So Tom improving every time we see him on those type of events, which is a scary prospect for everyone else. Now, the real exciting thing and interesting thing about this competition is Tom went into the stones in the lead.
Yeah. So you almost like,
you just
pack up, boys.
Yeah, but it shows that anything can happen. There was drama. Tom versus Evan on the stones. Tom got to his 4th stone, and very unlike him, just mistimed. He won motions all the lighter stones, and he just kind of just this once got it wrong, caught the lip, and the stone went down, which knocked his 5th stone,
which was rolling away.
And the same thing then happened to Evan.
Bizarre. Have you ever seen, I can't remember the last time at a Giants Live competition I've seen one stone hit another and roll away. For it to happen to both of them on the same stone at the same time is just so weird.
It was weird. It's just one of those, it just shows you never know what's going to happen.
Yeah.
I mean, I'd bet my house on Tom Stoltman winning an Atlas Stone run.
Bloody good job you didn't.
But sometimes things happen in sport, and we can never be sure about.
He must have been absolutely kicking himself, because that's his event, isn't it?
It's his event, and literally, even if he came 3rd, he would have won the competition.
Yeah, but he came 3rd from last, I think, on that event.
He dropped a lot of points on this event. Ended up allowing Luke, who smashed the stones, to sneak in and take the overall win. Luke Stoltman winning 2 big shows back to back, beating his brother. I mean, Tom will be like, I'm still world's strongest man. But there's and as much as they support each other, there's always a little bit of sibling rivalry.
Of course.
You wanna beat your brother.
Of course.
But I mean, 1 and 2 in Scotland, they will be exceptionally happy with that. They are proving that they are dominant forces in the sport right now. I think Luke has 2 big international wins this year.
Yeah.
And only Novikov has more, with 3. So Tom Stoltman has the world's strongest man title
right now. Yeah.
Luke has Europe's strongest man. We're leading now towards, in October, Britain's strongest man.
That's going to be an interesting one, extremely interesting. Let's talk about Evan also, obviously, because
another podium for Evan.
Yeah.
He's competed a lot, so his body's starting to probably feel sore, I should imagine, as have a number of these guys, to be honest.
Yeah.
I mean, so many of the guys are struggling with the condensed season that we're having. But Evan impresses me every time. He's getting better, he's getting more experience. He's won Giants Live shows this year, hitting the podium pretty consistently. Mm-hmm. Another amazing strongman, and Kevin Fair's there.
Yeah, in 4th place. Well, before we move on to that, I was going to say, shall we have a quick look at our predictions?
Okay,
so number 1, Luke Stoltman. I do believe you had Evan Singleton in number 1, and I had Mr. Luke Stoltman in number 1. So ding ding for Lizzie. Number 2, Tom. Now you copped out, if you remember. You said,
I said Luke or Tom.
Luke or Tom, 2 and 3. So you get 1 point for that. Ding.
Okay.
Okay. I had Evan in second place, so I lose a point.
Okay.
In third place, I had Kevin, and you had Luke or Tom, but it was Evan, so you don't get anything.
I get a point.
And then
I had 4 of the top 5 right, and the guy that wasn't in there just missed out on the podium, on the top 5 by a fraction.
I also had 4 out of the top 5 right, because I had Maxime instead of Adam, but I also got one of the placings right. So I win again.
I had one of the placings right.
Which one?
Kevin.
Did you?
Yes.
Oh, but what first is worth more than 4.
I'm going on your rules, it's a tie.
Yeah, but no. All right. I'll let you have this one. Should we talk about Iron Bibby also?
We should. Iron Bibby breaking the log lift world record.
And not without controversy.
There's always controversy. The fact that he only broke it by 1 kilo. How dare he only to break it by 1 kilo?
Something about his left arm, although from the angle I saw, it looked locked out to me. I don't know.
I've only seen the one angle from, I think it's from behind.
Yeah, from behind, and it's quite a sharp angle.
And it doesn't look any worse than a number of other world records that I've seen given. You have to go on the referee's decision. Mm-hmm. I believe Maggie was the referee.
Maggie was the referee, yeah.
I think Iron Bibby is going to come back and smash more than this.
Yeah.
You know, he was supposed to do this a few weeks ago. Obviously, travel and issues stopped him doing that. The athletes were happy for him to come and have this attempt.
Yeah. But that is the biggest controversy of all, the fact that it's done outside of competition.
I think we have to accept that I'm happy to accept it as a record, but you've got to accept other records then.
Yeah.
That's the issue.
Can you accept Bibby without accepting Thor? And then some people will say, but Thor's was at home. It wasn't. It was in the gym. But Thor's dad, like, do you know what I mean? It just is such a frustrating bloody conversation that I'm so sick and tired. I don't like the focus on records. I want to move away.
I do prefer focusing on the whole shows, to be honest. Seeing the guys that win, because the guys that are getting records at the moment aren't winning shows.
I think it's a fun part of the sport when it happens.
For me, watching the battle between Tom and Luke, watching the battle at WUS between Kiliashkovsky and Novikov, where you've got to be consistent. One event isn't the be-all and end-all. You need to perform consistently. That's the exciting thing for me. I like seeing who's the best strongman. Sure, records are great if they come.
Yeah, and some people love it. Like, we don't speak for everyone, obviously. This is just our own opinion, but...
It's always great to see a record. We love seeing big numbers lifted. So another fantastic Giants Live event. Massive congratulations to both Stoltmans, but to especially Luke taking back-to-back wins in the Giants Live. What a weekend for Scottish Strongman.
And it's only 2 weeks now until the UK Arnold's, which is a Giants Live event, which we will be at, and there will be a stream for, and you can get tickets to. I don't know how it works, because it's a fitness expo, isn't it? I've never been to a fitness expo.
Do you know what? We'll find out all the details and we'll bring all the action to you, as always. Take care, guys. We'll catch you next time. While you're here, guys, subscribe to the channel. Hit that notification bell so you don't miss any of my awesome strength content.